Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here from Kyiv, Ukraine. I want us to go ahead and share this message with your friends and your family members because today we are going to be discussing this Christmas challenge, but also from another perspective. This is from a perspective of a Nigerian in diaspora who is, despite the fact that he's living in the comfort of America, but he's not allowing the comfort of America to hold him back from his Christian duties and from, things that make us human, from altruity and from empathy. And so the gentleman I'm meeting with today is Mr. Tokwe Owolabi. And I would like you people to go and share the message. Share. And this man is doing a tremendous amount of work in Africa. He has a foundation in Nigeria that is using to take care of the less privileged. He's going to tell us more about it. Hello, sir. How are you, Mr. Owolabi?
Good afternoon, Pastor Sunday.
Yes. How is everything in US?
It's fine, sir. We are doing great. We are doing good.
You are in Atlanta, eh?
Yes, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, sir.
Why is it that sometimes I have the impression that most Nigerians have moved to Atlanta these days?
I think Atlanta is the best place to be in America anyway.
Well,
because of the weather, because of the topography, because of the cosmopolitan nature of the place. So
I don't think so though, because when you speak to Nigerians who are in Houston, they will tell you Houston is the Lagos of America.
Yeah, it's the Lagos because I think that's where we have most Nigerians. Houston is the hotbed of Nigerians. That's where you can see a lot of Nigerians at every angle. Here, we are too big here in Atlanta. Here, we are not so niched together like that. So,
but even this, apart from Houston, I think another place that will leave Atlanta behind will be Maryland.
Yeah, I learned a lot of Nigerians are in Maryland. A lot of Nigerians almost everywhere anyway in America. A lot, and that one can even be verified on the angle of before we have this visa lottery that was meant for Nigerians, and we have our own quota. As at now, we have been eliminated from it because we filled all the quota available for Nigerian. That's why we are removed from the system. So most of us in here, we are in millions, not even in thousands, millions and millions. Because when you see one Nigerian here, you have at least 5, 10 families coming with him to America.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's how. Yeah, because we have this chain migration that was put in place where you can bring almost everybody that is connected to you. So that's why the reason why we failed the quota and we couldn't, and they have to disengage Nigerian as a community from the system.
I see.
So Nigerian cannot put in for the visa lottery again.
Okay.
Yeah, but the beauty of it is that we have a lot of professional Nigerians here who are doing good in their field. We have a lot of people who are Nigerians who are really making Nigerian proud in America.
Beautiful. Now, yes, why is it that not all Nigerians are like you who go back to give back to Nigeria?
No, I believe we have a lot of Nigerians doing something of this nature. A lot. I have some friends that are doing it. The way they do it is maybe different from the way I do it, but I have a lot of Nigerians that go back to Africa to give back to their community, to touch people's life. I have a lot of friends who are doing it. And I think some are doing it, but maybe the way they are doing it is different from the way I do it. The only thing I will say about mine is that I've been doing it by myself, with my resources, with my money. I've never had any chance of having a fund from anywhere. I've never raised any fund in whatever form or way. So I've been using my personal resources to execute the project. So I think maybe that's the only thing I think is going to stand me out with others who have access to either government fund or NGOs in America here who sponsors them and all those stuff. But for the past 6 or 7 years, I've been doing my NGO right now. I've been doing it by myself, fully funded by my sweat. And I think that's the only thing I can say about
Beautiful. Kudos.
Yes, sir.
But when you see something like the Elijah Challenge that I put out there, is it a kind of an encouragement to people like you who are doing this kind of work?
Are you talking about Elijah Challenge or the Christmas Challenge?
I made a mistake. Christmas Challenge.
Okay. Yeah, the Christmas Challenge, like I told you, I said I'm going to I'm going to change the Christmas Challenge to a life challenge, because it's not about Christmas alone. It's about people's life. And I think at this point in our life, we need to be challenged. And that is what I saw in you. You really have passion for people in all facets of their life. And this is what everybody's supposed to carry. This is a mandate for every one of us. It's not about during the Christmas or during the January, February. It's true life. And I think that's why I'm going to change it from a Christmas challenge to a life challenge. We must be able to challenge ourselves to touch people's life at every point of our journey, because I think that is one of our mandates in life, to affect people's life. And I can't hear you. I hope you are hearing me.
Yeah, I'm hearing you very well.
Oh, okay. So that's why I said it's a life challenge. It's not just a Christmas challenge, and I've seen it over the years, you know. And another thing I want to say about this Christmas or life challenge is that, you see, life challenge is not about even money. So people think it's about material thing. When you affect people with material comfort, you understand? It's not about material something alone. Do you know that when you can talk to people to encourage them to excel in their field, you are doing something very, very, very important, very, very tangible. When you can, people that are in despair, people that are in trouble, when you can bring them out of that trouble, psychologically, emotionally, physically, in whatever form you can render any help to anybody, I see that as fulfilling the Christmas challenge you are putting out, or life challenge that we are putting out. So the reason why people don't want to do it, the reason why people are not really enthusiastic about it, is that they believe it is when they have money. Most people believe, oh, if I don't have such amount of money, I cannot affect people's life. Like you said in your video, you said $1, $2, $3, $4. This goes a long way to touch people's life, to save people's life. We have people that they just need mere $20 to buy drug to save their life. All they need is just $20. And if somebody can just rise up at that point in time to rescue them, I see it as fulfilling their own mandate as far as this Christmas challenge is concerned, sir.
So you said it's not Christmas challenge, but it's life challenge.
It's a life challenge.
What is the logic? What's the logic behind your argument?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that you see, when people see it as a Christmas challenge, after Christmas, people tend to forget that they have a duty to continue doing what they're supposed to do. And even this challenge is supposed to be the fabric and the foundation of every institution we have in our community, in our country. You understand? Even people rendering services in all these institutions that we have in our country, like even in the police service, in the justice department, in the legislature, in the political arena, in everything. All these, if they know that they have a mandate to rescue people, even in education. People should understand that when you are able to educate your community, it's going to transform their life, and it's going to improve their life, and it's going to improve their thinking and every other thing. When the police are doing their job the way it's supposed to be done, it's a challenge. They are affecting people's life. So it's not really when the judiciary are up and doing, giving justice to people, and people can believe and rely on them. It's a challenge that these are the things that we're supposed to give out to the people. This is the mandate. So it's not about the Christmas alone. This is about what affects all facets of our life. And that is what I take into cognizance. And I feel we should talk about.
Some people have started acting after they saw the Christmas challenge.
Okay, sir.
Going to do a lot of good stuff because of I think video affected them positively, that
Yes.
they started to act.
Yes, sir.
So, but in your own case, you have already started doing it.
Yes, sir.
Does he come to our farm?
Yes, you see, individually, you see, we can, people, apart from the general one, individually, people, we have neighbors, we have families, we have extended families, we have extended neighbors who are in one need or the other, which we are supposed to touch their life when we have, even when sometimes it may not be comfortable for us, and that is another thing that I think people are waiting for the day they are going to be it's going to be convenient and it's going to be comfortable to themselves. But you need to deny yourself most times in order to do all these things. And when it comes to the issue of my own foundation, I think it resonates with me because, you see, I don't feel comfortable when I see what people are going through. I don't feel comfortable when I see what people are passing through, especially in terms of things that I think is basic. You understand? Some things are just basic, something that supposed to have, we don't even need to cry about it. We don't even need to pray about it. We don't even need to struggle about it. We just need to put it in place, and it's going to work for everybody. It's going to solve half of the problem. Imagine the issue of electricity in Nigeria. I think if there's electricity alone, it goes a long way to solve a lot of problems that people are facing. That is, so I see the things that we can do to affect people's lives on day-to-day basis is all out there for us, which can be exploited. When I started my foundation, my own passion is about people that are just dying needless death because of, I focus on hypertension and diabetes. I focus on hypertension and diabetes. I said, cool, I'm a victim of it. And I said, look, why should I? And if you look at the name of the foundation, it's BFO Heart Foundation, Babatunde Femi Wola. That's the name of my senior brother, the one, our firstborn. And he died of diabetes. And I now say,
he didn't know what?
He knew, but you see, if he knew that he had it over 10 years before he even died. But you see, because of ignorance, I would say it's ignorance and the perception process and availability of medical support.
You are talking about sugar diabetes?
Yes, sugar diabetes, yes.
So if he was managing it for 10 years, why didn't he just continue the same?
It's not managing. It got worse over the period of 10 years. He did not manage it. If he managed it, I have people who are, I have a friend whose mother is about 85 years old now, and he has been managing diabetes for over 30 years. For the over 30 years, and the old woman is still there now. She's still doing okay. She's okay, and okay. So but the problem then is that, you see, like you said in one of your video, people's mind has been warped. They don't understand the difference between spirituality and the physical.
Okay.
You understand that? So when people are sick, apart from the fact they don't understand the difference between spirituality and physical, they don't even have, they believe most of this sickness in Africa, and I'm still going to come to that as far as this Christmas challenge is concerned. They believe, we need to pray about it. We need to consult somebody to tell us what is going to happen, instead of them going to the doctor, diagnose, they should follow the treatment regularly, conscientiously, and thoroughly. But they won't. They won't do that. They will be doing their normal day-to-day activities, eating their normal food, and until the thing now got to end and is about to take their life before they can now realize the gravity of what is going on. You understand? So what happened to mine was that I think he ignored the fact that can kill easily. And before he started crying out, it has taken almost every part of his body, damages a lot of properties in his body, and he has to die. We could not rescue him. Even when he was at that point in time, the money sent to him to even take care of himself is using him to do another thing. That's another problem we have with Africa. Even when you give them money to go and buy drugs to take care of themselves, they will be using it to, they will either use it to send their children to school, or they use it to feed, or to buy clothes because of the situation most people are. So they want to take care of the immediate thing right away, which I think when I saw this, I discovered that ignorance is part of the reason why people are just dying the way they die. And I decided to take up the challenge to start educating people with my foundation, to start treating people, to start diagnosing people of all these preventable sicknesses that we have rampant all over the place. So
how old was your brother when he passed?
It was, I think it was 42 years. He died about 10 or 11 years ago now.
42 years?
Ago. Yeah, it was 42 years.
Wow, that's too young.
Yes, yeah. And a lot of people, it's not, you see, we don't even need to personalize this. If you know how many people that are dying on daily basis because of diabetes and hypertension in Nigeria, it's so alarming. It's so, young people are dying right now just because of it. The stress of the country alone is enough for people to just sleep and not wake up. People are dying, and these are the things that if the facilities are available, if the drugs are available, if the what we need is available, people will survive and they can live their life. You see, like here in America now, if you are diabetics and you are diagnosed of it, you go to the pharmacies and they give you, the drugs are free. Can you imagine? Millions of people are diabetics in America, and most of the drugs, the generic drugs are free. You understand what I'm saying? You can just go to go to see doctor will write for you. You go to and take it. So people will not just die just anyhow. And I think until we get to that point in life, in our state, in our country, I think it's going to be very difficult.
But people who die like that in our culture, don't they say it's wishes or wizard from the mother side or father side?
And that is what I want. You know, when my brother died, a lot of postulation, a lot of concussion was coming in from here. Oh, he died of this, he died of that, he died of somebody kill him. He's a witch. And I said, look, ignorance is a terrible disease. And you see, and one of the things is this, and I'm still going to come back to the issue of church too, because he's a very, 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 very serious-minded church goer. And what he has been told in the church is that he's been attacked. The first thing they told him, oh, it's an attack from so, it's an attack from so. Yeah, you need to leave the house you are living. And I'm going to tell you, you need to leave the house you are living, move to another house, and that is when you are going to be okay. And so the money that was given to the poor guy to take care of himself, he was using it to build house.
My God.
Yes, he was using it to build house. And unfortunately, I don't even know what maybe I don't even know what happened to the house right now, because he could not complete the house before he left, before he left the world. So do this, and it's not only the victim, a lot of people have gone through this process. Even when they have a headache, instead of them to go and check their blood pressure, they will go to church and be praying. Instead of, or maybe they are going through one stress or the other, that they just need to withdraw and just take care of themselves. They will be running all over the place as if somebody is attacking them. They will say, oh, they dreamt of this, they dreamt of that. Oh, pastor, pray for me. Prophet, pray for me. What can I do? So what we did when we started this foundation was to start going from churches to churches. We started contacting our friends that are pastors, and we started talking to them. We started organizing, bringing people together, because that's the easiest way to bring people together. We started going to churches. We started we bring doctors, nurses, and volunteers in. We do free medical checkup for them. We test them for diabetes. We test them. Those that are in serious condition, we send them to hospital, specialist hospital. Those that don't have money for drug, we give them money to buy drugs to take care of them. At least we give people money to buy drugs for a whole year, because those drugs too are very cheap too. But as cheap as it is, most people cannot afford it. So we have to give people money for drug to take care of themselves. So we were doing that and we started from the church. Then we now moved to communities. We now started liaising with the Obas and the king in those communities, and we tell them, this is what we wanted to come and do for your community. This is what we are going to do for them. And we organize, we tell their people, and they will come we rent a hall, very big hall, and we bring them together instead, and we do all those tests. And we've been doing that That's what we've been doing, and I think.
Do you
But it got to,
do you have stories of people who never even suspected that something was wrong with them?
The thing is, most people, at least 70% of them, know they have that, but they are helpless in doing anything about it. 70% of those that we die. There was this lady that was in one of these churches that we went to about 5 years ago. The number, there is by numbers. It's very, very high. If it is in a sane society, it's supposed to be in the hospital for as long as it can be taken care of. But he has been this, and he has been coming to church. The only place he knows where to go is the church. He doesn't have the money to buy the drug. He doesn't have the money to go to visit the hospital. Even some people, because this free medical, something that we do every time, some people cannot even afford 1,000 naira. I don't know how much. Before they told us 500 naira to visit a doctor of 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira is not even up to $3 or $4. And most of them cannot even afford to go to visit a doctor. That's number one. Number two, even when they want to go to all this, when they want to go to the hospital, the distance is just, they cannot even afford to travel to and visit to those hospitals, and the time they are going to waste there is even discouraging. And at the same time, most of them, when they even get to those hospitals, they don't even get any respite for whatever is doing them. So most people resign to fate, and they start treating themselves in whatever way they can, maybe using local drugs, maybe using herbal products and all those stuff. But those things are not helping, because most of these herbal products, local concoctions that we have in Nigeria, damages the liver, damages the kidney. It compounded the problem even in itself.
They damage the liver and the kidney, you said?
Yes, for sure.
Oh, when you start agbo, what they call it, agbo?
Agbo, yes. I'm telling you, it's not very good for people to be taking it, especially continuously and in the large quantity they are taking it, because that's the only thing they have. That's the only thing they can do. That's the only thing they can, and it's very toxic to your liver.
Okay, that is why it's bitter.
Bitter may be one of the content, the ingredient that the active ingredient in the something. But what I know generally is that because these things is not even, most of them are not prepared. It's not verified. They are not prepared. They are prepared with what do I call it? With alcohol, strong alcohol.
Okay.
They are prepared with strong alcohol, and you have to use with strong alcohol. So how are you going to survive that when you combine all this drug with alcohol? You combine it together and you are using it. So it's damaging to some extent. So, but one of like I said, this lady that we discovered at the state, in a sane society, is supposed to be confined to the hospital. So we have to take it.
Because it was on the
higher, you can even see it in his face. When people are attacked with that diabetes, you can see you can see it, because they'll be urinating every other time, and they'll be emaciating. What do you call it? Emaciating. So you can see it that, something is terribly wrong. And you see, because of the type of food that we eat in Africa, because of the type of
starch
that we are
carbohydrate
that we are exposed to, that's what we've been eating all our life. That's what we are used to. So the tendency to have it is very, very, very high. It's very, very high. But that one of the things we tell people is that, you see, in our local community, you have access to all these vegetables that is handy, that you can eat, that can be a supplement for all these things that is happening, and that can help at least to prolong, to prevent this disease. So you don't have to be head on in eating carbohydrates day in, day out. There are some other alternatives that you can explore. Those are some of the things that we engage in doing, sensitizing people, and giving seminars and talks to people in the local area for them to understand that, okay, this thing is existing. If you see these symptoms, if you see this sign, This is what you can do. This is how you can go about it. And if it's going out of hand, you have to go to the hospital.
So it was God that saved that woman, that made you to come to notice her.
Several of them, not only that woman, several of them that have, because as far as I'm concerned, in the last 7 years, we've touched over between 8 and 10,000 people. So you can imagine those that have benefited from the process. We have a woman who was highly hypertensive, and he came to her for our checkup, and we discovered that this thing. But we now asked, "Are you not on drug?" He said, "Yeah, I'm on drug." What happened? Why are you not using your drug? He said, "I don't have money to buy those drugs," and it's true. The poor woman doesn't have money to buy the drug, so we have to give her money to go and buy the drug. The money that we buy drugs for a whole year, because we discovered that the amount for that drug is not even costly in Nigeria. Especially the basics one, are not the regular generic ones that they use there. They are not very costly. But when you tell something is not very costly, when you are talking about 10,000 naira, which is about $30, is very, very, very on the high side for the people in the village. It's on the high side for the people in the local communities. They cannot afford it. They don't even have it. Some people cannot even make that $30 in a whole year. They've not even seen that $30, which is 10,000 naira. They cannot even see it in a whole year. So how do you do it? And let's even put it on in this context. If somebody right now, the minimum wage in Nigeria is 18,000 naira. If somebody is earning 18,000 naira in Nigeria and he has 2 kids and they have to go to school, you have to give them food. That means the whole year is going to earn about 200,000 naira in the whole year. 200,000 is about $500 or $600. $600 for a whole year, a family of 4. How do you think that person will survive if he's diabetic or he will rather not buy that drug to put food on the table for the children?
But it's like, but they don't believe people will die of people die of those things. Or what?
They know. They know people die, but most of them are superstitious. They say, because in Nigeria, if you see somebody that just is sleeping and he cried from the sleep, people will cry from their sleep and maybe give up the ghost. They will say, "Oh, do you understand what I mean?" They will say, "Oh, these diabolical people that." But at the end of the day, go and check the blood pressure of that person is on the high side. Most likely, and most times, blood will be coming from their nose and their mouth. We say, "Oh, maybe egg poison. Oh, maybe they poison. Oh, maybe something is." They now attaches to spiritual attack.
But one paper that you said means that they called him.
Yeah, from the diabolical word. They called his name and he answered. That's why he died. But on the real sense of most of this is that when you check them, go and check out their blood pressure, you discover that it's on the high side. Most likely one of the veins in the brain busted, the blood rushed to the nose and rushed to the mouth, and that's the end. There's no way you can rescue somebody of that nature. But you know that here, if somebody is on high side of, do you know they used to do surgery for high blood pressure? Yeah. They do surgery when they know someone of the veins going to your brain is about to burst, and they know if they don't they will cut it open, remove that vein, and close it back again. But I don't think people are aware of it. I don't think in my place, I don't think they are aware. I don't think they even have the access or the facility to even cope with that type of something. So most times, we used to tell people, when you have a headache, ordinary slight headache, check your blood pressure. It's very, very important.
No, but for example, here in this country, every family must have a gauge. They call it gauge.
Yes, they have a gauge. Yes, yeah. Okay, I'm going to talk about that one too. See, I buy all this equipment and I take it home with me for my foundation. But you know that even in my village, we have a clinic, a local clinic in my village. Do you know that they don't even have this to mayor? It's a government clinic. They don't even have it. They don't even have the one that we test for, ordinary test for diabetes. They don't even have it. We have to supply it to that clinic. They don't have it. So, and individually, they cannot even afford to buy all those things. It's made up. It's available here. People can afford to buy it. They can buy every family can afford to have one in their house.
Yeah, here every family has one.
No, they don't
Every
have.
family
People
has
don't.
to have.
People don't have it. Where would they get it? Where would they buy it? Where do they get the money to even buy it?
No, it's very
Because
cheap. It's very cheap. It's about
it's cheap
$10 or
to you.
so.
Yeah, how much? How much do you call it?
$10
How much do you
or
say
so.
is it?
$10.
Do you know how much $10 is after Sunday? $10 is 3,500 or 3,700 naira in Nigeria. So for somebody who is earning just 10,000 naira in a month, how do you think he's going to squeeze out 3,500? For somebody who cannot even see that 10,000 naira in a whole year, how do you think he's going to squeeze out 3,500 to buy it? Most of these things, if you look at most of the things that people have access to here, is being rebated. They rebate it, they subsidize it in this community, and that's why you can buy it at that $10. If they have to produce it here and ship it to Africa, you know how much it's going to be, and those who are shipping it, we have to put money on it too. So when you are talking about $10 here, it's going to be maybe like $100 when it gets to Nigeria, or $70 or $50. So the gap is just so wide that majority of people are supposed to have access to it, but they can't have access to it.
But in that video,
yes, sir,
I was actually pointing, not an accusing finger as such, but
okay,
I was actually pointing a finger to Westerners and all of us also who are living in the West.
Yes, sir. Yeah. You see, the thing is this. The question we will ask ourselves is, what is the motive of most of these things that people are doing? Even those who are doing, who have foundations, who are trying to help people. What is the motive? We are going to talk about the motive.
Okay, before we talk about that, but what I'm even thinking is that, why is it that we live in the West, we are so comfortable, the problems that we are complaining about is nothing. With those kind of situations that you are narrating now, these things you are narrating, they are elementary stuff.
Yes.
Those things could be basically resolved easily all over Africa. But to the Westerners, even Western governments,
exactly.
And you know, it's like they are just living their own life. Everybody just living their own life. It's like they are not aware that things are so bad in Africa or what.
No, they are aware. But the thing is, you will even ask, do you know that we have millions and billions of dollars that is going to Africa as aid? They have it. People are talking about it. People are doing something about it. Bill Gates is pumping money into the system, and a lot of philanthropists in the Western world, they are pumping money. But the question we will ask ourselves is that, how do they manage that money when it gets to ground? Can you imagine if about 10 containers of rice is taken to Africa to take care of the people in the IDP, and people will corner this material and they will start selling it to other people? They'll be making money out of it. This is the reality on ground. Most of these things, even when you take it to ground, here is a challenge. You see, Adam Oshiomhole of Edo State built a massive hospital in Edo State, worth over 10 billion. As far as what I read, I cannot confirm it. Over 10 billion. And Buhari was there to commission the hospital. If somebody spent 10 billion, Akpabio spent a lot of money on hospital too in Akwa Ibom. If they spend such, we think at least that one will solve the basic need of the people around that place. 10 billion is a lot of money. But go to Edo State today, Adam Oshiomhole, who is the chairman of PDP, APC, go to that facility that he spent 10 billion naira on. I'm telling you, it's deserted. Find out, ask for people from Edo State. Let them go to the place. Let them take pictures. Let them send it to you. So this is the problem. You know how much wasted money people have, the government and people have wasted in trying to rescue our people from the dungeon of this poverty. But the thing is this, it's being wasted by people. They waste it. They don't use it the way they're supposed to use it. And you see, and I'm going to tell you a typical example of myself. When I started going for this, my NGO, people thought I'm coming for politics. They don't even know the rationale, and they try to frustrate me. They frustrated me. The only reason is that I'm so determined. That's why I was able to go ahead and be doing whatever I want to do. They use so many ways to frustrate. Even your people that you are using, they will take drugs that are meant for those that are sick, they will take it, and I don't know what they use it for, as if it's food. You understand? So you see, Nigeria, when we want to talk about Nigeria as a whole, or this issue of NGO, and I was talking about the reason why people do some things at times. See, people do NGOs and they do all these things just for self-aggrandizement. It's not because they really care about the people they are doing it for. Some people just want to make name for themselves. Some people want just people to know them. It's not because they really care. They will do it. And that's why you will see some of these politicians, when it is time for election, you will see them carrying bag of rice, motorcycle, and everything. They will be giving it to the people. But after that, what happened? If they lose the election, either they lose in the primary, that's the end. You will never see them in that state again. Because they are using it as a bait. And because some people have used it before. They've used it before. They will come, they will cajole the people. Oh, we are for the masses, we are for the poor, we are going to take care of you. This is what we can do. And they go and borrow money and just camouflage for people. As soon as they get into power, they will not even talk to the people that put them in power. So the motive behind all this thing that we do in Africa, that we wanted to do in Africa, is very important. And that is the reason why you will see they give people money to take care of people who are internally displaced, and somebody will pocket the money. You can imagine that the money is available. It's not that the money is not there. All these things, basic things we are talking about, the resources to do it is there. The manpower is there. But what about the zeal? What about the love to put all these things in place, to maintain? If a $10 billion, a 10 billion naira or whatever they use to construct a massive hospital, and they cannot maintain it, that speaks volume for the type of life, the type of mindset that we have in that part of the world. They've spent the money, it's appropriated already, it has been signed out. And the hospital it's not even effective to take care of even 100 people right now as we are talking now. It's been deserted. I was told that there was this hospital that they put all the equipment, and after commissioning the hospital, somebody go back there, they remove all the equipment. It's there in Nigeria. They remove all the equipment. It's only the structure that you will see on ground. So what do we say of that? How do we even reconcile that with people, with humanity, with this? And that shows the way people think. That shows the way people, how life resonates with people. How selfish we can be, how egocentric we can be. Most of these things that people are doing, they do it with selfishness. They are so egocentric. It's all just about them, about me, 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 me.
So it means we cannot really help Nigeria until we change their mindset?
Yes, we will help them. You see, we need to change their mindset for them to know. You see, you now, as you are right now, to some people somewhere, you are a big threat to them.
A big what?
A big threat. Politically, you're a big threat to them. Economically, you're a big threat to them. You understand? They believe you are coming there to to destroy whatever they've laid down, or whatever structure they've put in place. They see you on the political side. Oh, maybe you want to become a president. Oh, maybe you want to become a governor. Maybe you want to become this. You want to become that. They will never see the love, the passion that you have to save your people from abject poverty and penury. They will never see the love that you have, that people, we can innovate, we can create, we can make our country better than even the Western world. Because it's not what do you call it?
It's not rocket science.
Thank you. It's not rocket science. It's not. People just need to change the mindset and see this thing, we can do it. If we decide to change things within the next 5 years, everybody must be if all of us, our hand is on the table, we can do it, and everybody is going to be amazed that electricity can be everywhere, that we can have good roads everywhere, that we can have good schools everywhere, that we can have good medical facilities everywhere, and it's going to be functioning. And the problem people fail to understand is that They don't know that the more they destroy all this selfish, egocentric way of their life, it destroy everything they can even stand off. Even they, not even the people that they are destroying their life, even the people that thought they are powerful, people that thought they are rich right now, they are even destroying the foundation in which they can even survive or stay to even enjoy the loot. Look at what is going on in our country. People have destroyed everything. I'm telling you, you cannot imagine. You see, you are from outside. You cannot even understand until you get on the ground. Can you imagine when you go to, okay, I'm going to give you an example. There's a friend of mine who is a philanthropist, and he decided to give people food in our village. He decided to be giving the school, people in the secondary school. I don't know whether it's secondary or primary school. Okay, you guys, I'll be giving you food in our school. And they started giving them the food. You know what they said? Oh, they said he's using it as juju to make money, to become rich. Hello? They said, oh, that food is bringing is to make them rich, is to use their head. I don't know how I'm going to interpret that one. Is to use their head. Oh, that's why it's getting rich. And that's why,
it's to use their destiny.
Thank you. It's to use their destiny. Somebody is coming to rescue you. Is to use that, and they will do it. They will. Those who don't like what that guy is doing, they will infiltrate the whole system. They will let people understand that, and before you know it, he could not continue with it. He could not continue with it because they believe that is the mindset. You see, the mindset of the understanding that we have about life is so distorted that if that is not even changed. And I'm going to tell you, if it's not changed, we will continue to have EU. We will continue to have EU. Because right now, look at the political scene in Nigeria. We know all these people. In PDP, they said PDP looted Nigeria for 16 years. But who are the people in APC? They are the same set of PDP people. We know them. Nobody can deceive. We know all of them by name. By whatever they are, we know them. We know their village. We know where they are. We know what they were before they got into power, and we know what they are doing right now. So, and people know, but do you know that people are still dying, crying, fighting for them? They will fight for PDP. They will fight for APC. But we know these people looted our treasury. We know they took our money. We know what they are, how many houses they have before they get into government.
So why are the people fighting for them still?
Because of the warped mind. People cannot reason, they cannot think straight again. People cannot really sit down and think, okay, here we are. This is where we are for the past 20-something years of our life. Is there no need for us to have the direction of our life? We know these people. Nobody should come and be campaigning anything. We don't need anybody to campaign for us. We know them. We know millions and millions and millions they've looted from the country. We know them. Nobody can deceive me about all these people. We know what they are doing. So you cannot come and tell me that we should come back and vote for the same people that have looted our country treasury for the past 20-something years. It's not working. I will rather vote for Sowore and lose my vote on principle than for me to say somebody to campaign for Buhari for me. Who is Buhari? As far as I'm concerned, I don't have any out of respect for all of them, because the set of people that is in the inner circle of that government, even in APC itself, they are vultures. They are vultures, and they will continue to destroy, because that is how they build their political career. How will somebody build his political career on righteousness, on looting, on 419, on propaganda? How do you think it's going to make any change?
So will you go ahead and vote for Sowore when you know he cannot win?
Yes, I'm ready to vote for him, even though he cannot win. It doesn't make any difference.
So then who wins? Then who wins?
Yeah?
Then so
anybody
that
can win. Yeah, but there's nothing we can do.
It means you don't care who wins.
I would rather stand on principle of voting for somebody that I say, even though I can see that even when he's in government, most likely he's going to encounter more problem than what Buhari is encountering right now. Because the stronghold that holds Nigeria right now is going to take somebody who is very drastic, who has a military, who has a Jerry Rawlings of Ghana mind to remove, to bring people back to to reset. We need to press a reset in the political atmosphere of that country. We need a reset.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because my own position is that even though I like Sowore and
Moghalu
and Obi Ezekwesili and Tope Fashola and people like that and Awal, but they cannot win because they have not even agreed to unite.
Because they cannot win. You see, I wanted to do a video for Sowore before the election, and it's going to be Sowore 2019 and the fear of failure. You yourself, you told us that there is nothing bad in somebody failing.
Yes. So I will encourage them to keep on going. But
yes, there's nothing bad.
But they need the experience. But since we know for sure, I know for sure, even Sowore himself knows for sure that he will not win this time. So let them be getting experience. But I will not go and give my energy, my resources, my effort to somebody to gain experience. Let him gain experience by himself. I would rather rather use my effort to choose the less of two evils.
The less of two evils.
Yes.
And you think, Pastor Sunday, you know, I was on your, you know, I was on your video when you were talking about Buhari and the reason why you think Buhari should be.
Yes.
I will never, personally, I will never buy it.
Okay, do you know the reason why? Do
you know the reason?
Yeah.
Do you know the reason why? You see, we have two less. The only thing I think we're supposed to do is we need to make a statement.
Yes.
There are two of less evil, Abi.
Yes.
We know them for who they are.
Yes.
Then why should I go for them? When we have people that have not ever been never soiled.
Because I believe that Buhari is a saint compared to Atiku. That is number one.
Sunday,
that is number one.
That your belief to me is erroneous.
Okay, that is number one. That is number one. And also, I believe that a Buhari that is already tested, who has been in power and in government, that we already know his strength and weakness, is much better than Sowore that has not been tested with power. Who knows that Sowore will even do as good as Buhari when he gets there? You see, that is the mistake we have always been making. We think if it's a new person, they will definitely do better, but they might do worse.
Okay, we might do worse,
yes.
But we can see the worst right now of what these guys have done, both Atiku and we can see it. Everybody can feel it. If you go to Nigeria, you've never been to Nigeria, if you can test ground on what people are going through right now. You see, you can't govern people that are dead. What is going on right now in our country, that people are literally dead. Most of them are living ghosts. Most people, majority of the people in the country, they are hopeless. They don't even know where they are going. They don't even know.
But why should you say it is Buhari that is responsible for that? That is all the previous 16 years of government is what is responsible for that. And Buhari is trying to fix that.
No, but Pastor Sunday, you think Buhari is trying to fix it? He's trying. If you want to fix something, if you are opportune to be or privileged to be the president of the country, and you want to fix the system, then the best you can do for yourself and for the country is to look for the best hand. It's not about politics this time around. The country is in bad shape. We want to visit it. We want to do something good for the country. You have to look for the best hand to help you to achieve your aim. I'm telling you.
I do think that is actually, he has best hands.
Single somebody out. Do you know who?
Okay, for example, who has performed better in Nigerian governance than the power minister, than what was his name? Raji.
That one is even scrambling.
What's his name? Raji, Lagos State. Babatunde Fashola, yes. Babatunde Fashola. He is one of the best hands in the country.
You think so?
Oh, definitely. Because who has performed better than him? No, who has performed better than him?
Pastor Sunday, what is there is this. See, when you have a political compensation for post, it's quite different from when you have people that are really competent and they have the technical know-how. If you are compensating me now because you know me to come and handle something for you.
Fashola was not compensated. Fashola was put there because of the result he showed in Lagos.
Pastor Sunday, that's a big lie. It's a compensation. If you don't know, you don't understand. It's a compensation. He lost in Lagos State to political power in Lagos State.
He didn't lose. He served out 8 years.
But Pastor Sunday, this is politics of Nigeria. We are not talking about what people are writing in the paper. What is going on is that people are compensated for one thing or the other, not because they are competent to handle that particular post. We need, look, when it comes to all this, there's supposed to be total overhaul. You understand? There's supposed to be, if you really want a real change, there's supposed to be total overhaul of the political system, of the appointment system. Look at the government. Look at it. Look at the people Buhari put in government right now. There is people. Most of them are people from CPC. That is his own recall.
No, that's you are talking about the people in the military, in the power. I mean, in military, but in the economy and over the economy,
everywhere.
Those are Southerners and those are people from Tinubu's area.
Pastor Sunday, okay, if those in the security apparatus are from the north,
yeah,
how will an investor even come to a country that is in turmoil? That the security apparatus cannot take care of security in the country.
But they have done better than what we had during Jonathan.
No, I don't think so.
During Jonathan, is it not 26 or 19 local government that was under Boko Haram?
Pastor Sunday, the issue we have right now is not about Jonathan or Buhari. The issue we have is the life of our country. It's not about comparing.
So
Jonathan,
you can see any gain in what Buhari is doing?
Government.
Yes. Yes.
I can see he's reforming, but the thing is this, you can't reform on dead people. You have to reform that people can at least fail. If it is only power that Buhari was able to solve in the last 2 years, let there be power everywhere. If that is the only thing he was able to solve, why fixing every other thing is fixing, then people will be good.
Okay, but you are not being objective, bro.
Okay,
sir. Because if PDP was in power for 16 years, they spent 16 billion on power, and we only got to 4. And these people are only there for 3 years. You compare 3 to 16, and in 3 years they took it from 4 to 8 or to 7. So 3 years. That is not 16 years. And they spent less than 2 billion on the power compared to 16 billion, and they have better result now. The same thing with infrastructure, the same thing with agriculture, the same thing with road. Okay. So why don't you, and then the revenue they are getting is 3 times lower than the money that used to come in.
Okay, Pastor Sunday, my argument is this. What they are doing, I don't say it's not going to bring any result. It's not going to be good. It's not going to affect people's life. But what I say is that they need to put the right people in place. Right now, do you know that all the security apparatus in the country, they failed the nation? And they're supposed to have been totally overhauled. They're supposed to have been.
But they have done better than they've done better than the PDP government did.
No, we're not talking. And I don't know why you will be comparing PDP and APC.
Only for one reason. Only for one reason.
They are the same set of people.
Yes, only for one reason. You know the reason? You know the reason why I'm comparing? Because they are the 2 front runners. Don't forget that. It is going to be either PDP or either APC, either you like it or not.
I know it's either APC or PDP, but you see, they are the same set of people.
So you have to pick one of the 2 that are the front runners.
What I'm saying is that I would rather lose my vote to Sowore than vote for any one of them. I would rather lose my vote.
Let me tell you what, I am not sure Sowore will do better than Buhari is doing right now. You know why? Yes. Because the House of Parliament, the House of National Assembly will give him trouble. You as a president, you are one man. You cannot rule a nation if you don't have your own governors, if you don't have your own people in the House of Assembly. Even if Sowore wins today, it will be frustrated. They will impeach him the next day.
Yeah, they will. Yeah,
so what are we talking about?
Okay, most likely they will impeach him. Most likely they're going to frustrate his effort to do anything tangible because they don't want him to get the glory. Most likely, but the thing is this. You see, leadership starts from the head. No matter what is going on, when you have somebody who has the zeal and the mind and the to change things, Buhari may be good, may have everything he needs to do for Nigeria, but who are the people working for him? That is what is important.
Okay, how many people do you know who work for him? Let me tell you the people who work for him that are good.
Okay.
The person he put in charge of customs,
yes, sir.
He has been able to remit 2 trillion in 3 years compared to 16 years where they were able to remit only 500 billion.
Yes, you are right.
Okay.
You are right. I agree with you.
Okay. The person in charge of WAEC that he put,
I know.
He has been able to remit, okay. And the person in charge of Port Authority, so those are people. Then I've mentioned to you Fashola, and even the person who was the person who resigned, because the finance minister who resigned because of whatever NYSC, the person even the result she brought to the country, if you want to be objective, the NTA or STA or whatever they call it, the combined income something, is one of the
TSN.
TSN, yeah. It's one of the TSN. And then the BV, is it BVN or there is something?
BVN, yeah.
Yeah, those are reforms.
Yes, I understand that, sir.
Okay.
See, I understand that, but the thing is...
So I've mentioned 5 people to you now that I see. Okay. Then let me tell you about the Minister of Trade and Industry. Okay, Elema. I know him personally. And he's right now, registration of company in Nigeria is less than 3 days, thanks to that. And people who are coming to business in Nigeria, they are now processing it to have visa, out at the border. So a lot of things are going on, even with the military. Instead of sharing the money in the military that they were sharing before, that is now in everybody's house, everybody's account, the military has been able to remove Boko Haram from 20-something local governments. Even though Boko Haram is still fighting, but at least our country is no more under their rulership. So I am seeing a lot of progress in what Buhari is trying to do, and I think he will do better next time, rather than saying, let anybody just win. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I understand where you are coming from and what all those people you've mentioned and what they've done, how they've got a lot of money into the treasury and all those stuff. But the question we ask ourselves is that, how does all those things translate to affecting the common man? Which are the majority
the way it translates is this.
And the way you can give us lines, things that Buhari have done, when we can also tell you a lot of things that he has done wrong in the last 3 years that he has been in government. We can tell you what he has done wrong. A lot of things. I'm not even particular about APC, PDP. I told you my stand. My stand is this. I'm so tired of the present system that we have in the country. We need it, and I've said it before.
You're advocating revolution.
Thank you. I've said it. Because we need to reset our political mind.
And that one I agree.
Yeah, because we can't
revolution,
like
I agree.
Yeah, if you see the amount of corruption that is going on right now in Buhari government, there is no difference between Buhari and the PDP government. I can tell you that. There's no difference. Even they were saying it, even the people in government, they were saying it. Look, maybe the vice president, the only person as far as I
know there is a difference, because right now, when President Buhari went to present his budget, they were booing him because he didn't distribute money. Last time, the other years, they were distributing money. That is a difference in the corruption.
So you think it's only Buhari that can do that? Other president can do that too.
Yes, but how many people can withstand the force of the National Assembly? They were padded. The first budget that Buhari passed, they padded it. He didn't even realize it because it was padded in the National Assembly before he cut them off. And that's why all those people have to leave APC, because they came from PDP there and they wanted to keep on doing the things they were doing it. So that's why they have to go back, because money is no more flowing. Like one of them said, I invested money during to elect this government in 18 states.
That's what they have been doing.
And it's not coming back. Money. So, to say that the same corruption, and these are facts, that this is the same corruption is no more, it's not at least terrible as it was before.
Well, let's say it's not as pronounced as it was before. Let's say, okay, the Buhari is trying to reorganize the whole system, which I agree. Some of the policies putting out there is a very laudable one. But what I'm saying is this: we need
revolution.
People, we need right people. Okay, look at, you are talking about people spending money to, even Buhari. People invested money on that man to bring him to power, not because they like Buhari. And that is what brought him to power. Right now, people are investing in Buhari right now because they want to hold to power, not because of the people. You see, if what Buhari wanted to do for the country, if the policy they are putting in place is for the people, then everybody will say, okay, let's see what he's going to do in the next 4 years. But we can see in the last 3 years that most of the policy they are putting in place is not because of the people. We are talking about the people that are dying on daily basis, that are in hunger, that are homeless, the schools are destroyed. Right now, as I'm telling you, the ASU are on strike, the hospitals are not working. Then what is life? We're talking about even like this Christmas, and I tell you, is it like, what is life in a country where almost everything is gone? You cannot even go to, if you have issue with the police, you cannot even go to the police and get justice. You cannot even go to the court and get justice. What foundation are we building on? Buhari is good, but on what basis, on what foundation? The EFCC that we have in Nigeria, they are only hunting people that are in the opposition. When Akpabio decided to join APC now, he was being hunted before. When he decided to turn over a new leaf and join APC now, he's now a good boy. He hosted them 2 days ago when a lot of people are dying in Zamfara there. You see, we cannot continue like this. It's the same cycle. Forget about Buhari. Buhari is not even, right now in Nigeria, Buhari is not even, is not the president as head of state. He's not even working as the president. He's not working as the president. Look at those presidents that are working. They are all over the place. They are all over the place. They will go and inspect and do everything. This guy is sitting down in his office. He cannot even articulate. Buhari cannot stand in front of the whole Nigeria and articulate his own position. You can articulate for Buhari. Buhari cannot sit down, come out and articulate for us. Give us the report of the last 3 years and let us know what you are going to do in the next, and answer reporters' questions. Buhari cannot do that. It was only, and like I said, it was only Osinbajo that is doing the legwork for Buhari. What type of, then let's put Osinbajo as the president. Then we know that we have a president that is intelligent, that is active, that knows what he wants to do. You understand? They just put Buhari there as a figure. It's not because they just say he has a name. But we can see all over the place the distortions that are being, we cannot continue like this. The nation will not survive with this present crop of APC and PDP looting our treasury every day, doing all this. Look at what happened in the political scene in Ekiti State. That is my state. They rob the people. Even though people don't like Fayose as a governor, people don't want him to continue to put his own street there, but they rob the people high and dry. And they came with the military, they came with the police under Buhari government, and they robbed the people. Now, APC governor is there. I don't have anything against him, but I will never go with the way they came to power. I will never, in whatever form or way, agree with them. I will never collaborate with them. I will never do anything with them. Because the way they came to power, and you will now want to come and tell me, what are you going to preach to me? When you came to power by what do they call it?
By crook and by hook. Yeah.
What are you going to preach to? What are you going to tell me? Though you are a good man, though you are intelligent, so though you are brilliant, though you have something you want to do, but you must be able to tell the people, you are able to convince the people to vote for you. You must be able to tell the people to feel you, you must be able to bring people together to say, okay, yes, we are going to rescue our state, not coming through back door to become our governor. Look at what happened in Osun State. People reject APC in Osun State. They don't want him, but they know what they did, and they got it. So if under Buhari government, those two glaring things can happen, and nobody is doing anything, they go to court. They have their own people there in the court system, in the justice department, and they are going to frustrate everybody out of it. They will not get, nobody's going to get redress. And you think we continue to build on that, and we think everybody's going to be happy. People are not happy right now. People are so, they have a bottled anger in them right now. They are just looking for a way. They are just looking for somebody that is going to say, yes, here we are. And people are ready to lay down their life. Because this stupid thing cannot continue with the thing. We know all those people that have been ruling us for the past 30 years. We know them one-on-one. We know what they have. We know their property. We know how they've been
You are so passionate about politics.
Yes.
Are you more passionate about politics than medical outreach?
But see, okay, do you know that I will have little or nothing to, I will have little, all the effort I'm putting in the medical part of it, if the government, the society is okay. Little things we will do, and it's going to have a spiral effect in the society. So, but how do we start from it? How are we going to rescue people that are earning 18,000 naira per month? What preaching are you going to preach to that set of people? How are you going to preach to people that lost their children, that lost their relative, that lost their family on those roads that are terrible, bad? You see it every day. How are you going to preach to people that they go to the hospital and they could not receive basic treatment? People are just dying, needless death. How are you going to preach to this type of people? How are you going to talk to them? How would they reason things out? Do you know how many breadwinners? Do you know how many resources?
But all those things you are saying, sir, all those things you are saying, they cannot be fixed by a new government that will come in. If a new government comes in now, they have to start from the scratch. They have to, they have to even understand how to govern. And that will take us back for at least 2 years or even more before we get it. So things will get worse again. So what I think is proper right now is for Buhari to continue what he's doing and finish. But where I support you in your argument is that, yes, the country is not working. It's a shame what we have. And that is not because of this last government alone, this present government, but also because from independence, everything has been wrong. We need to uproot the whole thing and rebuild a whole country. There are two ways to do that. Economically, how to rebuild the country, that one, well, physically and economically, how to rebuild the country, that one, we have a think tank of people that are working on that right now, how to rebuild the country economically, socially, and physically. But politically is where we will have the challenge. And that is the one you are talking about. So to rebuild our country politically, even if Sowore is elected, they cannot do it. There is no way you can rebuild the country politically through democratic means the way it is going now. We can only do it through revolution. That one I agree. Because if you are going to do it through democratic means, let's say Sowore wins now, and it's very radical. But there is, no matter the amount of the decision it takes, it needs to pass it through Federal National Assembly.
The National Assembly, I know
and if they don't pass it, he is paralyzed. He cannot just go and say, I cancel National Assembly. Okay, for example, he said he was going to put somebody in jail. He was going to put, who did he say he was going to send to jail? Either,
a lot of them, he's promising all of them that they will go to jail.
Yeah, but that is, the way he's talking like that, he cannot do it. No matter how determined he is. If he tries to do that without the Constitution and against the Constitution, he will be impeached. They just need to vote.
Yes, I know.
But that is number one. Number two, it's not a one mind. The only way we can have those things he's talking about is for us to do revolution. If we do revolution, it's almost like military something. Everybody is removed. Everybody is removed and everything is constructed again. That one is the only one you are talking about. But nobody will welcome revolution anymore these days. Even the West will not understand us. And everybody will fight us if we do revolution like that. Like Jerry Rawlings. That was a revolution. But who will tolerate that now? Nobody will tolerate that.
Okay. That means we will continue on this path.
That means
that means we will elect Buhari, which I know most likely is going to win. I'm not going to dispute that. Most likely is going to win. But most likely, too, the table will be turned against him. Most likely. But we just have to wait and see. Most likely, the table will be turned. Because, look, I'm telling you, Buhari does not have the grips of the political system in Nigeria. I'm telling you that.
So is it Atiku that will have it?
No, I don't know. Atiku may win. Seriously, Atiku may win. He may win because people really need somebody. People just need a change in that country. People need a change, not because of Buhari or because of Atiku. People don't really care. When Goodluck was sent packing, people don't know the capability of Buhari. They only ride on the name of that Buhari because they just want change. People gang together. They join together.
So you want them to make the same mistake again? Another change that will become worse.
And I think it's better to make that mistake right now. And they will continue.
And then it will get worse.
Yeah, instead of us to continue with this, you don't, because, yes, it's not, how do you think, because the thing is this, you see, when people believe that they have hold on power, no matter how, they don't respect the electorate. That is the thing. That is my own argument. When people don't respect the electorate, they don't respect the people that want to put them there. They only respect their godfather. They only respect people that give them money. They only respect their people that will put them in position. And when they get into power, they will only be accountable to those people. They are not respecting the electorate. And this is where we need to come back to that, okay, people have the power to determine their life, and they are going to bear the consequence of whatever those of us that put.
Okay, if you are talking about respecting the electorate, I personally think that we have more chance of having this government of Buhari respects more electorate than PDP. That's why PDP lost. And I even think this government of Buhari will respect the electorate more than Sowore will respect if he becomes president. Because Sowore said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. He's not respecting the electorate. He just wants to do what he feels is right. But if we want to really respect the electorate, then let the electorate speak.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said we want the electorate to speak. If they speak this time around and they say, oh, this Buhari is what we want, I don't really mind. If it is a free and fair election, I don't really mind. If it is Atiku they say they want, I don't really mind. But as for me, I said I cannot vote for any one of them for now, based on principle. I would rather vote for Sowore because one, he was able to energize people and to let people understand that yes, we can do it. Yes, we can. That alone is good for me. It's good for my spirit. You understand? Yeah. The only thing now is how he's going to sell that to the electorate. How he's going to sell that to the people. And I said in one of my videos that I did for him, I said, look, there's no way you will win an election without having 2 or 3 state governor. You understand? And there's no way you will win an election without having at least 10% of the police behind you. 10% of the artisans behind you. Even those looters that we have here now, the politicians, the present politicians you have to have some of them behind you to convince their constituents because they have stronghold on most of these constituencies.
So that is exactly what Buhari has done, what you are saying now.
That is what they did for Buhari, not what Buhari has done. They did it for Buhari. Buhari don't have this energy. You don't understand. The engine room of APC, everybody knows the engine room of APC. It's not Buhari. Look at what is happening in the primaries in all the states, all APC states. You see, it's wahala all over the place. Why? Because Buhari doesn't have control. On those in APC that doing the magic, they know how they do the magic. Even on ground in the state, well, on the day of election, Buhari doesn't have any stake. Maybe when he goes to his hometown in Daura, he may be able to say, okay, you guys should vote for me. But we know those who are the engine behind his electoral sources. You understand? It's not because people like him. The last time is because of the apathy people have for Goodluck. They say these people are looters, and we can see that they loot the treasury. They don't care, and they believe they are Lord of the Manor. And people are saying, okay, we are going to get you out, and we got them out, and we brought in Buhari. But right now, with the way things are in Nigeria, people may argue otherwise. I know a lot of people are not ready to vote for Buhari the way they vote for him in 2015. Unfortunately for the people, they don't have a clear alternative for Buhari. They don't have it. So that is the problem. It's so unfortunate that even people that will be able to do it, that can do it, that can bring people together, and see, they will not have the access to be. I saw Sowore in my state when he went to campaign. I saw few people that came there. Why? Because they are not going to give them anything. Go and look at all those campaigns that you are seeing on TV, on newspaper, on that. They gave them money, they mobilized them. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I will mobilize everybody. We know how to give them money. We know all of them. We will give them money and we bring them to the stadium. Everybody will be shouting. Let another person come the second day. They will give them the same money, people will come again. So nobody deceive us. When it comes to issue of politics and elections in Nigeria, nobody should come and deceive us. Even when it comes to voting, they will not allow the true vote to count. It's not because they like Buhari or they like Atiku or they like this. No, they will not let it count. If ordinary primary, they cannot survive, they cannot succeed in harmonizing their own structure within their own party, and they cannot agree on the candidate that they want to represent their party. How would they now represent us in Nigeria? We are just wasting our time, Pastor Sunday. I will never buy that idea. We are just wasting our time until something drastic, hopefully it's going to happen, until something drastic to save the life of the people, until somebody somewhere will stand up for the truth, until somebody somewhere will stand up for righteousness, until somebody whom the heart of the people in mind that is enough of what is going on with this of our people.
But there is a little bit of hope though, because thanks to the active participation of people like Sowore,
exactly,
and the rest, it's showing us that there is a new generation of people that want to take the bull by the horns.
But you see, another thing I see in all these parties is that you don't even know the reason why all these parties are existing. That's another thing. Both Sowore party and Moghalu party, because all of them supposed to join together and raise somebody. You are good. This is what you want for the country. Okay, let's agree. We cannot have 98 political parties or 70-something political parties and presidential candidates. It's nothing. It's born out of selfishness. Most of these parties that we have is not because they want to serve. Most of them is not because they want to serve the country. It's not because they have passion to help the poor or to put structures that are good in place for the country. They are doing it on selfish ground.
But the same thing could be said of Sowore and Moghalu and others, because they couldn't even work together.
Yeah, most likely because they never agreed.
Even the people we are condemning, you said Buhari is a figurehead and other people are arranging for him, but he's able to have the authority to bring powerful men to work together for him and with him. But only two powerful men also, like Sowore and Moghalu, they cannot even agree to work together.
Yeah, that is the problem we have. You see, the basis of our political structure and history in Nigeria is distorted totally.
To me, what that is telling me is that the younger ones might be more evil and more dangerous than the older ones. Because if they are so egocentric and they are so focused that I must be with the one, I must be the one, it means they are more dangerous than the ones that are there.
Well, that's why I'm advocating for serious revolution. That's why I'm advocating for total overhaul of the system. We need to reset the mind of the people, even the people, and it is the people that we need to talk to know that this is not working for them. Even the like one of your this thing that even the politicians that are embezzling the country, they are not safe. Look, about a week ago, Bade, this naval officer, is he a naval officer? Bade was killed. Just like that, like a chicken. That is a pointer to all these politicians that they are not even safe in their own country. They are not building a society where they can even enjoy their loot. That's why they are taking their money to America, they are taking their money to London, they are taking it to Dubai, they are building another country, they are taking it to Malaysia, whatever they want to take those money to, because they are not safe. Unfortunately for them, they cannot even live in those countries where they take those money to. They cannot live there. They cannot stay there and say, okay, yes, at least I've gotten the money now. Let me go. They will still go back to the same country that they destroy. And the country will consume them. Because they cannot stand there. They cannot survive in all those countries. They cannot go and live in Dubai now. Like all the investment they have in Dubai now, they cannot sit down there and be enjoying it. They will still come back to Nigeria. How safe are they? And they forgot to understand. They could not understand the relationship between good governance and life. The only time they are safe is when they are in the coffin of their room, of their house, with high walls. And even if they are not careful, people will go there, they will go and invade the place, the robbers will go there, the kidnappers will go there, and they will, you see, people's lives are being wasted. It's not working. We cannot continue like this. We need a redevelopment in the country. We need a real institutions that are working for everybody in the country. Let everybody be able to have access to whatever we need to have access to. Let take the poor that we are talking about, the Christmas challenge. Let us recognize that the poor we are neglecting today will be our albatross tomorrow. We need to recognize that.
Albatross?
And I think that, yeah, it's going to be our problem.
To tomorrow. Kill people, they will kill people. Yeah, I think you are right.
Yeah, because the poor we are neglecting today. And by the way, like I said, can you imagine how many Nigerians that are in diaspora right now? And I can assure you, the people that are keeping Nigeria right now is mostly people in diaspora. They are the ones feeding their family, feeding their friend, giving them money, taking care of them, buying this, buying that. They are doing it.
You know, I like your passion.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
I like your passion.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
For politics and for the country.
Yes, sir.
The only thing that where I disagree with you is that it's not about PDP or APC. No, that's what.
I don't even want to listen to those.
Okay,
like I said, I would rather lose my vote.
No, I said not that one. Let me tell you what I disagree.
Pastor Sunday, you see, why would I? I know you even said it. They said there are two evils. Why would I vote for two evils, for God's sake? I'm not interested in voting for two evils. There are two evils. We know there are two evils. Why will I waste my vote voting for one of the evil? I'm not going to do that. I will rather lose my vote to somebody that I believe. He may not be the Messiah, but that is my belief. This is where I want my vote to go to. I will lose my vote honorably. I will not be a party to these people that are destroying the system, that are destroying people's life, that are arresting people with ignominy, that are not respecting the rules of law, that are not, that don't care about what happens. Oh my, do you know, because I don't know the angle you are looking at this Buhari of a thing. Do you know how many court order that Buhari has faulted right now? And nobody is talking about it. Do you know how many people that are being arrested just for the sake of criticizing the government? What are you talking about? Do you understand? This one now, if I go to Nigeria today now, maybe they will pinpoint, they want to arrest me because of what I'm saying right now. I don't like APC. I don't like PDP. I don't like them. They've destroyed the fabric of our nation, and it's not working. And it's not going to work. In the next 10 years, it's not going to work. In the next 20 years, it's not going to work. Until we have when you are giving out contracts in Nigeria, let it be exposed to everybody. Let everybody be able to come with their tender. And let us get the good people, not because of political patronage. You don't give people contract because of political patronage. They will not do it. Let everybody be able, let there be open feed. Can you imagine in Nigeria, private universities are working. Government university is in shambles. What type of country is that? The two supposed to go pari passu. They destroyed the means by which ordinary people can survive in that country. Only people that have money can send their children to school. Who does that? Which country can survive?
You know, I like your passion, yes, but sir. I recognize in you a Nigerian.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
But I see that as a weakness. Okay. And what I mean by Nigerian is in the sense that a typical Nigerian is doing exactly what you are doing right now.
Okay, what am I? Okay, can you point that out, sir?
They are frustrated and they are criticizing and complaining. But you are not coming up with viable solution. That's why what Sowore has done must be commended.
Okay.
Because he's not just talking or complaining, he's going to really do something on the ground. But somebody is trying to call us. I'll come back now. Hello?
Okay.
Hello, DSA.
Yes, sir. Who is calling from where, sir?
This is Brother Charles from Washington, D.C.
Brother Charles from Washington, D.C., yes.
Yes.
We have another American here on my program here.
Yes, sir. Listen, Pastor Sunday, I'm going to give you one very valuable advice.
Yes.
Because I love what you do and I really appreciate what you stand for.
Yes.
If possible, I would say stay out of politics, sir.
It's not possible. It's not possible.
Okay, and I will tell you why. They will rubbish your intention, no matter how well good intentioned you are. they will rob you and they will turn you into another one of them. Look at the experience of Father Mbaka. Look at the experience of Oyedepo and the likes of the people that you are pointing the spotlight on. This is how they gradually started till they got dragged in and it's too hard to come back. Nigerian politics defy logic, it defy reasoning, because people that are into Nigerian politics, they are of the occult underground world. They don't believe in Christ, they have no fear of God, and whatever they do, in the end, people will come back and say, well, Dr. Sunday recommended Buhari, see where they ended us. Even if you stand with Abubakar, you have the same thing. I guess the best you can do is to continue to shine the light on reality.
But do you know I have a message that is called
the business of recommending anybody.
Do you know that evil? Do you know that evil prospers?
Politics is shady, is dirty, and it lacks respect for anybody, much less God.
Wow.
Now, let me quickly report on the gentleman that you have on the show.
Okay.
The man was making a lot of point until he started delving into the area of APC, PDP. One thing he said that I want you to hold on to, Pastor Sunday, is the fact that APC and PDP, they are one Siamese twins.
That's what the brother said now. That's exactly what he's saying.
Yep, they are inseparable. So no matter where you stand, the 16 years that they're talking about that PDP has looted Nigeria and destroyed Nigeria, who are the same people in APC now? Akpabio crossed the carpet not too long ago. Now he's a saint. Musili Wabanikoro did the same thing. They returned his passport to him. They gave him all his land that was seized from the government. APC, and no matter how well-intentioned Buhari is, his wife knows him more than all of us. His wife took a chance. She took a risk and came out publicly and said Buhari is lost because Buhari is surrounded by a band of brigands and looters. People that brought Buhari into office, Buhari has turned his back on them. I love Buhari. I campaigned for him. We spent a big amount of capital campaigning for Buhari. But what we saw up till today is one point I can hold on to what your guest says, the fact that Buhari is surrounded by a bunch of people that just want to satisfy their own agenda. They do not care about anybody. So, Pastor Sunday, once again, I'm going to repeat, if it's possible, do the business of advocacy and stay out of recommending for anybody. They will make you regret it. Trust me, sir.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Let me respond to Shau's recommendation. First of all, I'm not going to stay out. That is a loser's position. Because evil prospers when good men or good people or the righteous keep quiet, when they stay out of it. The reason why darkness is still darkness is because light has not shone on it. So I'm not going to stay out of it. I'm called to Nigeria, and because I'm called now, everything is my sphere of influence, including politics. So I'm not going to stay out of it. I'm going to bring light there. And I'm going to speak the truth that I see and the way I see it, and I'm going to back it up if necessary. So I'm not going to be intimidated. I'm not, it's for Nigeria that I'm a novice. It's for Nigerian people that I'm a newcomer. But I'm 52 years old soon. And I've been doing this politics thing in Europe here, in Ukraine here. I have 600 people elected from my church into political offices. We control 34% of the capital city's parliament. So I know what I'm doing. I'm not a small boy, and I'm experienced. And if you are going to use facts, I challenge anybody from Nigeria or inside Nigeria or outside Nigeria to argue that my position is wrong. If we are going to use facts, there is no better sane position than my position right now. And I can argue that anywhere, that Buhari should rather continue rather than giving it back to PDP. I like the guys. I'm a friend with Oshowore. I'm a friend with Mogalu, with Fashua. I'm a friend with all these people, with Obi Ezekwesili. I know them personally, right? And I'm friends with them and talking to them. But I'm realistic as well. And the reality is that they will not win now. And if they will not win now, and there are only two options, PDP or APC, I would rather go with APC. Okay, they said the same people that are in APC are the ones that were in PDP. It's not true. Buhari was not in PDP. Tinubu was not in PDP, although he's not in government now. Fashola was not in PDP. A lot of the people that are right now in the government of APC are not in the PDP. So, but even out of the two evils, let's say there are two evils, I will still take less. And for me, the less is Buhari, no matter what you say. And I don't think, and I'm ready to debate anybody. I think that there is nobody that has a chance of not just convincing me, but even presenting a better case. But the case or the argument to stay out of it, that is a loser's position. I'm a winner by life, by calling, by position, by disposition, and by everything. I am not a loser. So I am not going to stay out of it. No. I make things happen. And Buhari, because of that, is going to win. Even because I'm supporting him alone, that is going to make him to win. At least if he's going to win, and if he's going to compete one-on-one with Atiku, that's what I mean. Now, if we are going to, if another person comes forward, okay, maybe we could say we could find somebody better. But without finding somebody better than Atiku right now, Atiku, Buhari is going to win. And you people write it down. We only have 2 months more to test my assertion because he's going to win. I'm hearing you talk about it's your time.
Pastor Sunday.
Yes, sir.
I know you are convinced beyond reasonable doubt
that
Buhari is going to win.
Yes.
The only reason why Buhari will win
is
because he's in government. I can tell you right now. The only reason why he will win is because he has all the apparatus of government, of this thing, the INEC, the police, the security apparatus. He has it in his corner. That is the only reason why he's going to win. If it is on a playing ground, where people have the choice of choosing whoever they like, I believe other person will win. But the only reason why he's going to win is if he repeats the same thing he did in Ekiti State, if he repeats the same thing he did in Osun State. That is the only reason. For me, I'm convinced beyond reasonable doubt that's the only reason.
He was not in power the last time and he won.
Because people don't like good luck. I told you. Do you know how many people that voted for Buhari in 2015 and they will never vote for him?
And what you are saying about Osun and Ekiti. But you know they are debatable. They are just assertions.
Pastor Sunday, we don't need to. You see, you are becoming a Nigerian now.
No.
I'm a Nigerian. No, you are becoming a Nigerian.
Yes.
Yeah, because we need to. I'm talking about reality.
Because I don't like to take a position without facts. You are not giving me any facts. You are not giving me any figures. You are not giving me any proof. You just want me to believe you just because people said so. I don't go by they say so. Because until you convince me otherwise with facts and figures and empirical evidences, I only believe all my arguments are based on facts and figures and empirical evidences. If you don't have empirical evidence, they say, that is beyond me. That is too small for me to be believing on they say. If you want to say that they both votes in Ekiti, I also with my own koro eye saw the other party, PDP, buying vote in video. And if you say if you say they bought vote in Osun, I also saw video where other party also buying vote. So for you now to just put the blame on them, that is not going to be very, very right.
Pastor Sunday, okay, you said it all. They are both evil, Abi.
Yeah.
You should just follow on.
That's why I talk about less evil.
You want to follow the less evil. Me, I'm not following any of the evil. That's all. Me, I follow any of the evil. Let them carry their cross. And let them, the next 4 years, let's see what's going to happen in the next 4 years. After 2008.
But let me finish my argument. I was saying that I saw that you are a Nigerian. You said I'm a Nigerian too, but at least my own Nigerian, I'm going to say where I say you are a Nigerian. Okay, why I say you are a Nigerian is that Nigerians complain.
Okay.
You are doing something, but you are doing something to change the destiny of ordinary people. You are doing something medically, that's why you are here. You're improving the lives of people. But politically, you are supporting Showore, which is also something. But the argument you are making is that we need a revolution. Then if I were you, I would say, okay, and you said the country is not working, the old system is not working, which is true. But whenever you finish talking like that, I will expect you to come with an algorithm, with a formula, with a solution, and say this is the solution. But let me now finish my thought. And the way that is going to, the reason my own approach will be different is that I, Sunday Adelaja, I am speaking to the whole world right now. I have been working since 2015. I have three think tanks. One is American, one is Canadian, one is Nigerian, that we are working behind the scene to build a new country, a new Nigeria altogether, new Nigeria from scratch. And anybody who's interested could see some of the presentations in my Nigerian transformation videos on YouTube. Nigerian transformation videos. But I have a plan, a master plan, to resolve the whole economic, social, and physical rebuilding of Nigeria. Now, the only area where, I'm still not certain is the political, where you are more passionate. And I realize and I agree that without the political, revamping or something like that, revolution, maybe some of the things I'm having might not be easy to do. But I'm still thinking, and I'm looking forward to a way of resolving that. But I'm working tirelessly every day on how to resolve the problem of Nigeria. I am not like you, who say that everything is bad, everything is bad. I have solutions to resolve Nigeria's problem, and I said it already many times. When I get to Nigeria, in the next 10 years, Nigeria, you said that country will never change. It is going to change.
No.
You said it's going to change only if we have revolution. That if we continue like this, it will never change, you said.
Maybe I should say, maybe I just say two things. Let me say two things, Pastor Sunday. You see, I said until the political system, what brought people to power right now in Nigeria, until that is changed, until we give power to the people to determine who is going to represent them, so that those people will be accountable to these people, not to the godfathers, not the political parties. Until we have that in place, we are just deceiving ourselves. What I'm saying is this: until we start to compensate, until we decide not to be compensating government posts, sensitive posts, to tribalism or religious affiliation, or this, we need to, until we start to put the right people who are really ready to work. Like you are talking, you are so passionate about Buhari. Buhari, okay, let's say that guy is good, he's a man of integrity, he's everything. But what we need is, let the same set of people who have integrity, who have class, who are not corrupt, let them work with Buhari. That is what we are clamoring for. It's not about, we don't have solution, we are just putting everything on the table. We may not have all these think tanks because I don't have the clout, I don't have the power. All this, what you have, the resources you have. I'm telling you, by the time you bring all those things to Nigeria, if the political system is not changed, if the thinking of the people to even accept you, it's not coming from the people, because you're going to go there to affect the life of the people. If they are not accepting you, what will you do? They will not accept you. They will make them not to accept you the way they are making everybody not to accept Buhari right now. We think they are frustrating Buhari, but Buhari himself is frustrating himself by the set of people that is going with him. Until all this is changed, we cannot continue. Until you said I don't look for a solution for the political problem we have in the country. I said, okay, we need a total overhaul of the judiciary, the police. What rocket science do we need to fix our hospitals? These are the things, basic things that will make life. Before we can even build anything, we need to go into those fundamentals. No matter how lofty your political idea or your vision is, if the foundation is faulty, we will continue to be on the same thing. And that is what we are clamoring for. We want power to go back to the people, not to the godfathers. We have politics in the 1990s. In the 1999, all those where people can say, okay, this is the people we want them to, not the one that is appointed.
You have said it in the beginning. The biggest problem of Nigeria is not only political, but mindset. So we
Exactly.
need to change the mindset of not just the people, but the politicians and everybody, and the people themselves.
Exactly. But that is my own solution for now. All those other things we are bringing in, you can't bring something to, you can't, it's as if you are putting water inside an ocean. The ocean will consume the water no matter what you want to do for your country. You matter the passion. Okay, if you want to do anything for your country, maybe you want to stay in Ekiti State, and the security situation in the place is so bad. How are you going to execute your program? How are you going to do it? How are you going to affect the people you want to affect? When people are looking for you, when you know people are there, you are not secure, the security system is in shambles. How are you going to do it? You cannot do it. You cannot excel in that type of environment. The reason why you are able to excel in Ukraine where you are is because the political system, the system is in place. The system to function is in place, and you are able to ride on that. And people you are talking to, and ask me, the people you'll be dealing with in the last 30 years, tell me their mindset. Tell me the way they see human being. Tell me the way they think. Tell me the way they think about their own self. Then it's easier for you to convince them to say, okay, this is what we think is better in this society. The people must be receptive. The people on ground, they must be receptive to your ideas, to what you want to do. You understand?
Yeah. I think we have a caller. Okay. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Who is calling from where?
My name is Yemi Adeyemo, calling from Scotland.
Oh, Brian Yemi, it's been ages.
It's been a long time. Good evening, Pastor.
Bless you, sir. Nice to, please speak directly into the device.
All right, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity to call in.
Yes.
And thanks to the brother who you have online is on fire.
Speak into the microphone. Speak into your device.
Is it better?
It was better just now, but it went back. As you were speaking, it got better.
Is it better now?
Yeah, now it's good. Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of the guest that you have online today?
Tope Owolabi, Mr. Tope Owolabi.
Mr. Tope Owolabi, I want to congratulate you for a brilliant debate. And I want to say, DSA, that I 120%, I'm in agreement with every single thing that Mr. Tope Owolabi has said.
Are you hearing that? I'm clapping for you.
I am praying for an army of Mr. Topes to keep rising every day. Pastor Sunday, and I would really love you to congratulate him and appreciate him. This is a revolution that you started.
Wow.
This is your handiwork.
Wow.
The handiwork of people who will stand up, have a principle, stand by it. He is not complaining by any means.
No.
He is articulating his position.
Yeah.
And my position is, I am also in support of Omoyele Sowore.
Yeah.
I will financially support them, and I'm also campaigning for him.
Okay.
I am aware, Pastor Sunday, that he will not win.
Okay.
It is not rocket science. However, when we were going to university, we didn't jump into university from our mother's womb.
Yep.
We started from primary school.
Yep.
We started on a journey. Some people in their primary school, they were not brilliant. Some of them even failed.
Like myself.
Exactly. However, they progressed to secondary school. It took time.
Yeah.
A process. You just uploaded a snippet of your video today.
Yeah.
About the process, why Christians fail.
Yeah.
Because they are not prepared to follow and listen to it today.
Yeah.
As it was uploaded.
Yeah.
We need a paradigm. Now the issue of lesser of two evils.
Yes.
It doesn't, Pastor Sunday, it doesn't follow the principle that you have taught us. I am a 100% student of yourself. I have a critical mind. This is likening someone with that has a did an exam and failed.
Yes.
2 candidates failed an exam.
Yes.
Right? Both of them cannot be admitted into Harvard or University of Ibadan because they failed maybe mathematics. And Buhari's APC is the candidate that is saying, at least I got a 45% fail.
Yeah.
And using that to brag to PDP, who got a worse failure, maybe of 39%.
Yeah.
But by the way, neither of them can progress to the next stage.
Yeah.
We should not support mediocrity. The problem that we have ourselves in Nigeria, APC or PDP cannot proffer that solution.
Yep.
It requires new mind, ingenious mind, people with critical thinking, people with sound mind. They are both failures. If Buhari gets there again, all those records that you're saying, Pastor Sunday, I can tell you, those are propaganda theoretical achievements.
Okay.
And I can prove it to you. I run a business in Nigeria. If anybody wants to talk to me about power improvement in the nation, let them come and talk to me. I run 2 generators 24 hours. There has not been any improvement, at least from my own side. So let us do a survey before we allow them to becloud us with their political engineering. I used to work in the corporate sector whereby you can turn any adversary, all our managers, they turn adversary situation, they polish it and market it as position of strength. That is what APC is doing. Why I agreed with your guest today is he asked a basic question. Why are those things not translated into the life of the average man on the street? We in the diaspora are the ones that are still feeding them, sending money to them. I could not fully exhaust the list of requests that I have had in this December.
Mr. Owolabi is shaking his head, I mean, he's nodding his head, he's agreeing with you.
So, Omoyele Sowore, the King Moghalus of this one, and Pastor Sunday, that Nigerian transformation agenda will only work when the people with the right mindset are in place. You told us yourself, I don't want to mention any names, you had in the past brought a ready-made plan to Jonathan's government.
Yes.
Right? That you did all that you needed to do, use your influence, did all the analysis, brought it to his. If I was in position, you don't even need to bring it half close to where I am. Because of my mindset, I would be what? I'll be the one searching for it.
Yes.
So when Sowore gets into power or Moghalu gets into the power, they will send for you with every diplomatic power that they have. They will send for Ogunlesi. Ogunlesi, who owns Gatwick Airport. Ogunlesi owns the largest train network in Europe. Ogunlesi is one of the largest infrastructure geniuses in the world and is a Nigerian.
Yes.
Sowore and Moghalu have the capacity, they have the vision, they have the genuine mindset, they have the will to rule a nation. You need the will. Why has Buhari not openly come out to call herdsmen terrorists? Because he doesn't love the people. Because he's not there for the people. Why has he not publicly condemned them?
Mr. Yemi, can I ask you one question? One question.
Yes.
Do you you just said, according to your own affirmation, that you know that Sowore will not win?
Yes, sir.
But so do you now know? Do you also agree that one party will win, either APC or PDP? One of them will win.
That's correct. That has to happen. Yes. Okay.
So if one of them will win, are you indifferent in influencing those two? Even though you are supporting, I'm supporting Sowore too and Moghalu, I'm friends with them.
Yes.
But if you have a choice to influence either one of those two, you will just say no. I will not do anything. Let it be any one of them.
No. Mr. Tope is not saying he will not do it. You know, we only have one choice, right? We don't have two choices.
Yes.
And you can only expend the choice in one direction or the other. I will continue to work for Sowore to build a future that I know is coming in the future.
That one we agree. That one we agree.
Yes.
But we are talking about this election.
I only have one vote. In this election, because I only have one vote, I will vote for Sowore, and I've been mobilizing my network and my household, people that are to vote for Sowore because the vote for Sowore is a building block. Nigerians, we need to go away from the point of wanting a fast result. We have to all show. Look at the rally that Sowore is having with the market women, the construction workers in Lekki, and all that.
Let me ask the question again. You just said you know Sowore will not win. So I'm asking you the question, if it is between PDP and APC, and you have the opportunity to influence one of them, because it's one of them that will win. So you think that it doesn't matter, let any one of them win, or which one should win? That is the question.
Okay, no. Okay,
because it is not in conflict with the principles that I taught you, because it is also in abiding with the principle of truth. Now, the truth in this case is between these two. And I, with my position and with my platform, I have opportunity to at least play a role in at least maybe 0.10 something in making sure one doesn't win and one wins. Out of these two.
It's a difficult position, Pastor Sunday. That's why I will pitch my tent to Sowore. But since you flipped the question to make it a contest between Atiku and Buhari,
yes,
I will take again, like I said, I will take again Mr. Tope's cue.
Okay.
I don't see a difference between both of them. It's
but
just like
that is an emotional position. That is an emotional position. What about go by statistics?
Pastor Sunday, those statistics are nothing to go by, sir. Actually, if that's what you want me to go by, I think Buhari is a liar. It cannot be trusted. So why should I have to choose from two evils?
Even that your statement has to also be verified and substantiated.
Oh yeah, we can, and we can go into a separate debate with that. Pastor Sunday, I will not come and have an argument with you without having my data.
Yes.
Because that is what you have also taught us.
That is what I like. Yes.
My position tonight, Pastor Sunday, is not emotional. I'm not biased. I want to speak the truth. I have my facts and my figures.
That's good.
The gains are politically engineered.
Mr. Owolabi.
Propaganda. All those data that you are giving, they are not correct. So, Pastor Sunday, and when I was in the corporate circle, there are ways in which you can turn war situation and adversary situation. You can polish them and market information for the purpose of achieving your aim. That is what APC is marketing now. Forget about all those gains in the power sector.
Brother Owolabi is so excited with your response that he's jumping and wants to say something.
I want to connect with Mr. Owolabi because I am 120% on his side. And Pastor Sunday, all what he has been saying, you should applaud him. He's a lover of the truth. He's one of your disciples, whether you like it or not. And change is coming to that country.
Beautiful.
Change is coming. It might not happen this time, but we are on the move. We are going through the process. It will not be easy, but we are going through that process.
Beautiful.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Owolabi now. You can say now, Mr. Owolabi, make you talk.
Pastor Sunday.
Yes, go ahead and talk.
So how on earth, Pastor Sunday, do you want to convince me?
Yes.
To vote for somebody?
Yes.
That is being Lord over us. How will you convince me?
No. Okay.
Let me finish. From the local government to the state to the federal, how many of these people who are in political something were voted or were presented by the people? This is all I need. If you are not presented by the people, it's only this Godfather that presented you, that Lord you over us. I'm not. How are you going to convince me?
Okay, Mr. Owolabi, you live in America. You live in America, right?
Yes, sir.
Everything you are saying and you are complaining about is the same thing in the country where you live. It's called politics. So politics, yes, politics, it has...
You know how it works here?
That's exactly the way it is. Because you are saying, why is it that the best men are not ruling? Even if Buhari wins, let him bring the most brilliant people. No. In America too, it is only the people that the president picks, and they are not the best in America at all. They are just the people who agree with his policies. That's number one. Number two, they are people from his political viewpoint. Number three, the people who win in local places, they are people who win the primaries in their own party too. And there is politicking in those places too. And there is influence there. Look, I have sat with most of the American leaders. I have sat with them, and I know it's the same thing. It is called lobbying. If you can't lobby, and if you don't know who, is who know who. That is why Trump will go and campaign for another one. Obama will go and campaign for something. What is that? It is the same thing. That is called politics. But when we come back to Nigeria...
don't compare it. Pastor Sunday, don't ever compare the processes of electing people here with Nigeria. That's what I'm saying. You see, people go through process. They debate. Even within their party, they come out, they tell the people, and they harass each other, they lobby, they do whatever they want. Everybody can see. They even conduct survey, and they know people know, oh, possibly this one is going to win, because this is the voice of the people. People are having input all from every point. If you go to the local government, people in this constituency will present somebody that they want, either from Democratic Party, but it's the people that are presenting people for their party. It's not a situation where somebody is going to bring his cousin to come and be my governor. I don't know that guy. He doesn't have any pedigree. He doesn't have any integrity. He doesn't even have anything. The only thing he has is that because he knows this political godfather.
Okay, let's go back to what Yemi said. Yemi supported a lot of your points. I want to hear your comments about Yemi's position. Just a minute. Onuje, yes? Okay, sorry, we already have a caller. Hello?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Who is calling from where?
Yeah, this is Sunday from Nigeria.
Sunday from Nigeria. Yes, sir. How are you doing? Clement?
Yes. I'm fine, sir. I'm fine, sir.
I want to let you know that I got your letter, and I will get back to you maybe somewhere after all these festivities.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, yeah, sir. That's fine, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been quite interesting and engaging interview, and I've been following closely. And in as much as we are here on ground, and we feel the heat and the whole noise going on, and the propaganda flying left, right, and center, we want to at least submit that we are not all stupid. And it's quite unfortunate that, and it's rather a little bit hopeless.
Speak louder into the microphone, because the guy, our visitor, needs to hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, better now, yes.
Okay, so it's quite unfortunate, and it's quite painful that Mr. Tope doesn't understand how the Nigerian system works. You can come to power or relevance in Nigeria without having a very big bag full of money. There's no way you can go anywhere, even if you have the best of intentions. And he's been talking about resetting people's mind. I want him to know that the people he's talking about are human beings. They are not computer that you can just come in and bring your software engineer and reset their brains. It doesn't work that way. All these theories and all that has to stop if we have to be very serious about reforming Nigeria. That is about people's mindset. There's no way anybody can win anything. Even if you're a so-called righteous politician, you still need to distribute money. That is the way it works. If you now get into office, you cannot begin to implement your programs. That is the first thing I need to correct. Now, the second thing is that it's very, very sad as well to hear the guy who called from the US and was talking about an individual. An individual cannot solve Nigeria problem. What we lack in Nigeria.
No, he called from Scotland.
From Scotland. I want him to know that an individual cannot do anything.
Like Showore?
What we lack in Nigeria are institutions, strong institutions. Obama said it, and I don't know why Nigerians, some of them live over there, and they probably are not learning anything. Obama said, look, from his observation with Nigeria, bad leaders is not what we lack. What we lack are strong institutions.
I wrote a whole book. I wrote a whole book on that. It's called Nigeria and the Leadership Question.
Bring a dollar to be the president of Nigeria. When you have a system on ground that works, I tell you that president will perform. That is what is helping America today. It's not about Trump. Even if Trump has his weaknesses, the system is powerful. It's more powerful than Trump himself.
Yes.
And that is what we should be discussing. That is the debate we should be having. It's quite unfortunate you keep talking about who is Showore. Showore is a journalist, and he revealed a whole lot of politicians. And for you guys' information, there are certain politicians that are hiding now. They are currently hiding because they believe that some secrets were not exposed by Showore because money exchanged hands. And they are just waiting for him to get more serious with his political ambition before they come out for him. So let's forget individuals. Let's forget it totally. And when we talk about lesser evil, I see that they are so emotional and they are so carried away with lesser evil, bigger evil, and all that. Look, let me tell you, PDP was in power for 16 years, and they created a particular culture and system. What this government has been able to provide, though they are still the same people that were in PDP that have crossed to APC. There is a new culture now. There is a new culture. They are no longer stealing. Even people that are working for Buhari, they are not so happy with him. I'm telling you, some of them are in APC today because they don't want their loot. They return some of this. They don't want to completely lose everything that they gathered in the 16 years when they were in PDP. That is why they are working with Buhari today. It's more of like out of compulsion for them. They don't like him. They don't like the culture, the current culture. And if we are looking forward to a Nigeria of the future, there has to be a government that has the right. Look at some point in the beginning of this administration, I think we're forgetting it. At the beginning of this administration, Buhari was daring judges. They were busting the house. It has never happened in the history of this country. They were busting the house because he was frustrated. The judges, let Showore come and put people in. He can't just come and put people in prison. He can't just fight corruption. He needs people, he needs the judges, he needs the judiciary to cooperate with him, he needs the legislature. In fact, I have already analyzed everything. These young people coming up, they are not smart at all. They are not, see, to take Nigeria back, you need to start, look, you need to start from the National Assembly. The laws we have now, there are so many holes in those laws. Even if you become a president, you will never succeed. Your programs will never pass. Because there is the National Assembly, you need to have your people, you need to have your representatives. So if you want to become a president of Nigeria, go to reform the laws of the land. Look at our 1999 constitution. It was just recently that the Freeze was talking about our 1960 constitution is what Japan is still using today.
No, but the position that the person who called, and even yes, my guest here today, their position is that, you know, I shouldn't side with any of these two. That's what they are saying. They are saying, no, they are not talking about me. They are talking about themselves, that they will not side with any of these two, that they are the same thing. That there is no one. But what I am saying is that one of them is going to win. So because one of them is going to win, that is why I am taking my position. But they said it is wrong because if the two of them are evil, so you should not side with any one of them.
Yes, you know, they are saying one is lesser evil and that one is lesser and bigger evil and all these things. We all know, except we are on ground, sir. It has changed here. The culture here has changed and people have started to adjust. It looks like even the religious revolution and everything is working at the same time. And people have started to realize that there's no miracle anywhere. People are looking for jobs now. People now want to engage themselves now. Because no more free money. Sir, no more free money like the way money used to be flowing before in Nigeria.
So what you are, I don't know. Let me hear you out. What are you saying? The same thing that I am saying or not? That Buhari is still better than to bring back PDP or not?
Of course.
I know you have to say it like that. Let them hear now.
Sir, I am a supporter. If you want to tell me if Sowore has stand a chance to win this election, I will vote for Sowore. I will vote for Sowore. If Sowore has a better chance to win this election, I'm supporting him, and I'm a die-hard fan for Sowore. Now, but the thing is that according to PDP, they want people to make decisions like this. Are you with me, sir?
Yes, yeah, we are hearing you.
They want people to make decisions like this, that they should vote for Sowore. The more people vote for Sowore, the more likely PDP will win this election.
Yes, of course.
And you see, because people are not thinking, they think that they are emotional. They are emotional. They want Sowore to win. If they want to vote for Sowore, they want to give Sowore their vote, because they think that, okay, even if I know that he's not going to win, let me just give him my vote. That is the calculation. That is the calculation of PDP. They want to divide that vote that may go to APC.
Yes.
So that at the end of the day, PDP will have more chance of winning the election, because Sowore will never win.
Yes.
And you know, it's quite unfortunate, because they are outside there and they are making all these kind of statements. We here, we are feeling the heat, and I can tell you, I've not left Nigeria in a while, and I can tell you that there's been a new culture on ground. Akpabio that they were talking about that was in PDP but now in APC, Akpabio, there's a whistleblowing policy and all that, which was open for everybody. And if you know that you stole money, Buhari said, look, judiciary is not even helping me. If I jail these people, they are willing to go to jail. But look, if you can return some of the things you've stolen, I will free you. You can even work with me for a better Nigeria. And that is what I believe to be very smart. So even they themselves, they are not having access to the treasury. The gatekeeper now is Buhari. Call him anything. You know, the other guy said he never labeled the terrorists. He never labeled full S-men full. These are political boys. These are boys that are hired, and they are stepping up their games now. Their attacks now. It's just to score political points. People are dying, and they are saying government didn't perform on security. These people, these herdsmen and whatever it is, they are being sponsored by political wigs. General Azazi, before I go, General Azazi was in PDP. He was later executed in an helicopter crash. You can find out this. General Azazi was a former national security advisor to President Jonathan.
Yes, I know about it, yes.
One day he came out, he couldn't bear it anymore, and he said the people who are behind Boko Haram are in PDP. The next thing, he had an helicopter and he died. What happened? He was even fired before he eventually got that accident, because he would not keep quiet despite the fact that Jonathan fired him. So we all know that these Boko Haram boys, whatever it is they are hiding under Islam, these are political boys, and they are paying them. They were using that to blackmail Buhari, but it's no longer selling now. Then he said he was going to Islamize Nigeria. It's no longer selling now. Now they came on with Jubri. Jubri is no longer trending now. Now they are saying that he owns Diamond Bank or he owns Keystone Bank. He's no longer selling. See, the end is limitless. By the time Sowore eventually emerges, I would say that he should strategize for the next one, not this one. He should strategize for 2023. Then we should all mobilize for this government so that this government can prepare the foundation for people like Sowore and Moghalu and the co.
Exactly.
But if PDP should be allowed to come back, the foundation will be destroyed. For crying out loud, why are we so like this? Why can't we just think?
I see this very clearly, that it's better for this government to continue.
It is the institutions that are bad. We need to fix the institution, not an individual.
So I'm so happy that you are calling from Nigeria I'm so happy that you are based in Nigeria.
I'm feeling the heat, sir. And I have politicians as friends. They want Buhari to die. They are praying every day that the man should die because it's no longer business as usual in Nigeria. I don't bloody care about the statistics, either it is cooked up or it is not cooked up. I don't bloody care. Politicians who hate this country, who are looting this country, are not finding it easy. And they are now ganging up now. They are ganging up now against this administration. This administration only has more 4 years. Let us mobilize as youth, support them, let them win this election so that in 2023 the youth can fully take over.
Now is a clap for me.
They've laid a foundation.
Now is my time to clap for myself.
They've been laying a foundation. Once they are voted out of office, people will come back and destroy everything. And you guys are saying you want to vote for Sowore. Sowore is my man. He's my man. I will vote for him any day. But since he doesn't stand the chance to win, I would never like to give PDP a hope a chance if I vote for Sowore now.
Beautiful.
This is the way it works. This is the way it works. Forget emotions.
Beautiful.
You know,
Sunday, you made your point. You rescued me today. Because it was going the other way until you called. Even though I know the truth that this position is the correct position, but let's go back to Owolabi. He will not agree with you. Let's go back to Owolabi. Hello, Owolabi. Hello, Owolabi. Hello.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you now.
Pastor Sunday.
Yes,
look,
sir.
I've never crucified you for supporting Buhari. I have never said Buhari will not win in 2019. You understand? I've never said, oh, Buhari is not doing. I've never said Buhari is not doing anything. I've never said he's whatever you think. No. But what I'm saying is this: based on my own personal principle. Not that Sowore will do better than Buhari. Not that Sowore. Now you see the other guy. He was attacking the personality of Sowore.
He was not. He was saying.
No, he said he's a journalist. Listen. He said he's a journalist. That some politicians are waiting for him to come out full force before they now accuse him of taking bribe or taking this. Look, why are we deceiving ourselves? Everybody in government today, we don't need to lie. This is the basic truth. Everybody in government today have one skeleton to cover in their cupboard. We don't want to attack personality because what is going on in our country is beyond individual personality. We are talking about rescuing our nation.
That's what he was saying too. He was talking about structure.
No, yeah. He was talking about Sowore. Why do we support Sowore?
He's a supporter of Sowore too.
Yeah, why are we continuing to support Sowore? It's not because he's going to win. I told you I'm going to do a video. Sowore 2019 and the fear of failure. You don't need to, because somebody is going to lose, does not mean I will not stand behind him. If you see South Africa, if you see these red beret guys in South Africa, they are few when they started. They were few in the parliament. I will support Sowore to have only one councillor in the whole of Nigeria than to support Buhari to be president of Nigeria. That's my own principle. It doesn't mean Buhari will not win. It doesn't mean even if he wins, he's not going to do anything good again in the next 4 years. That's not my business. And I'm not going to quarrel in my family today. Most of my immediate family, they are APC, PDP. I will never convince them. I can tell them, please vote for Sowore. If they like, they can vote. My immediate family member. When my father was alive and my mother was active in policy, I told them to divide themselves. Don't you should be in PDP and you should be in AC. Then that was what I did. So that if this one wins, you can be part of it. And politics is family. It's about our life. It's not about fighting each other. It's not about seeing each other as vagabond or as because I don't agree with you does not mean that. No. That is not the type of politics I play. What I'm saying is this: presently, because you have your own saying about Buhari, but that one will not convince me. It may convince other people, and I will follow you if Buhari win today. And Sunday Adelaja is part of the government, and you need people to come and help you. I will raise my hand and come there to help you. But I'm following you.
I don't want to be part of government. Oh, me, I'm not a politician.
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. I've just followed you. I'm following. The only reason, I've said it before in the program, the only reason why I'm going to vote for Sowore is because of the mind and the heart that he has to stay in that system.
He bring a reformation.
Most of us making noise on the internet like this, we cannot go to Nigeria and make
yes.
We cannot travel 1,000 kilometers within Nigeria.
Yes.
We will high blood pressure will even kill some of us.
Yes. Sowore brings revolution, and we need it. Yeah.
Yes. The only reason why I'm going to continue to support him, where we stand by him, is not because he even qualified to be president of Nigeria, but for him to have the guts to be able to say what he's saying, the boldness. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
To even be able to articulate his position with all the muddy politics that we have in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I still fear for him. I don't even know why, as at this point, they've not got him. I don't know why.
His position is very, very
exactly.
credible.
And that's the only reason I have.
Yeah.
I don't even think that when he gets there,
but what about the argument? What about the argument that this caller made, which is voting for Sowore means actually supporting PDP?
I don't really care about that. It doesn't have anything to do with me because I don't even see PDP. I don't see PDP. I don't see APC. What I see is that both of them are the same, APC and PDP. Even if PDP gets to power now, they will decide to do something to impress the people. What he's doing right now is, I'm telling you, I don't know why people cannot understand that Buhari alone cannot. That's what the other guy said. He said Sowore alone cannot be president. Buhari alone cannot do this thing.
Are you not the one who said Buhari is not even the one? Buhari is not alone. He's allowing his team to work.
Okay, that's the best he could gather together.
Yes.
That's the best he could present. And you've said it before that he will only choose people from his party, people that are close to him, even though if they are not.
That is politics. It's the same thing in America. You get people in your party.
Let me go back to the issue of America. Do you know what happened to Trump? You know how many people that have left Trump's cabinet?
Yes.
They are over 40 as of today.
Yes.
That is what is called politics.
No, that is bad politics. That is bad politics.
If you are there and you bring in people that are not working for you or that are not that have skeleton in their cupboard, send them away. This is what we want in Buhari government. Those that are working for him, that are not good, that we know they are bad eggs in the system, let him flush them away. That's what we are talking about. Let him show the zeal that he's the boss, that he wants to get things done. All those bad eggs that we have in his government, let him flush 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. And then we say, no, it's not taking it easy. Even all this present chief with the security situation in the country, he should have flushed out the police chief, the head of the army, Buratai, whatever they call his name. He should have flushed them out, bring new people in. That is what we call governance. But we don't play joke with people's lives.
Yep,
that is what we are. That's my own stand.
Yep.
You don't have to put somebody has been there.
But my own stance is that one of the two parties will win.
I know, but everybody knows. There is no rocket science about that. We don't need to look for a prophet to tell us that it's either going to be APC or PDP. I agree with you. I agree wholeheartedly with you, but that doesn't mean I should follow them. I'm not going to follow them, and I've told you the reason why I will not follow any one of them.
But Mr. Wolabi, can you believe that we are 1 hour?
I know. I know.
Not 30 minutes, 1 hour. This thing hot. And if you know the number of people who are waiting to call in, it is catastrophic. If I allow them to call, my next program not go come. So many people want to call it, but we are not going to allow any call. No more calls.
No more calls.
No more calls.
Anyway.
We have to let you go because even you yourself, you couldn't control yourself to stay in the medical something outreach. So this thing is too hot. So even me, I wanted to show the Christmas challenge. You didn't give any chance at all.
You know what, Pastor Sunday? My medical activity is going to be meaningless if you don't have a stable society. Whatever we want to do, you know, like I said, you know how many money we are sunken, people in the we are sunken into the system in Nigeria. We just need a country that will work. Most of us have money that we can invest in our country, but we need a country that is going to work, so that when we put our money there, it's going to work for the people. We are going to benefit from it. We want to go there and make sure that that is what everybody in diaspora wants. But we need a country that is going to be, we have security for us. We can go to the hospital. Not that when we are sick in Nigeria, we have to run back to America to come and get medical attention. We don't want that type of country. We want a place where we can put our money, and we want our money to work, and we can invest our money, and we can get returns for our money. Not where there is no certainty for anything. We don't want that type of country. So even these NGOs, you know, so many people that have this lofty idea of bringing NGO back to Nigeria, but most of them will say, I don't want to go to Nigeria so that they will not kidnap me. And they know people. They have the influence. They have the people. You know how many Americans that want to go back with me to Nigeria to go and do this NGO? I'm supposed to have a meeting with somebody in a church today. But you know, every time they talk to me, I used to ask myself, can I guarantee their safety when we get to Nigeria? Who is losing?
Well, Mr. Owolabi, you have made your point. You have made your point. I hear you very loud and clear. And you had a very, very capable supporter today. Yes, very, very able guy. You know, but I'm ready to to defend my own position too. But we are just going to respect your own position, and thank God you are respecting my own also.
I do. I will always do that.
We are going to keep on respecting each other's position. But you have done a good job today, and keep on taking care of the people. Keep on, caring for the country. I think this position that you and Yemi have is much better than the position that Charles had, because Charles says that I should just stay out of it. To stay out of it.
No, you can't. There's no way you will ever. I will never advise anybody to stay out of it. If I have my inroad within PDP, if I can have way of re-engineering the politics within PDP, I will contribute my own quota. If I have my way of re-engineering politics in APC, I will contribute my own. We can't stay out, because staying out is like being silent. And when we are silent, then we allow these people, and that's what brought us to this point we are, because majority of us are silent. And that's one of the reasons why I like Sowore. He refused to be silent in the face of tyranny. Yeah. And that one alone brought me over.
Yeah.
So you
too refuse to be silent. Yes, and Yemi too refused to be silent. And right. Sunday that called also refused to be silent. So, so thank you so very much, everyone. And to our audience, I can imagine the comments that is going on now.
A lot. The traffic is massive.
My apologies. My apologies to. I think, please go and change the title of that. I think we have to change the title of this thing. Go. We have to change it to remove CRISPR challenge. We are going to put medical outreach and politics in Nigeria. Fast, because I'm finishing. I have to go to my next program now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you. God bless.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow. What a day. What a program. Wow. This Mr. Owolabi don't kill the show. He don't finish up today. He finished the whole program. And then the caller, Yemi, they are so passionate. This is the kind of passion we need to change Nigeria. These are the kind of passionate people we need. They are convinced, and they are not caved in or covered in because they are on my platform, or no, but they are respectful. They are not like the ones who come and say you are fool, why you are stupid, you are mad. No. They are making their points, and they are making their points without being abusive or insultive. This is the kind of thing I enjoy. Intellectual discussion with passion, but with sense. Not just coming to say you are mad, you are crazy, come out of here, get out of here, or something like that. No, that is primitive. Anyway, I just wrote a book that is called How Every African Nation Can Become a First World Nation. Please, everybody, if you are interested in helping Africa, you might want to get that book. is on Amazon. And all of my books are on Amazon and on my blog also, sundayadelajablog.com/books. But if you want to come to Ukraine for History Makers training in February, between 2nd to 7th, you can also go to my blog, sundayadelajablog.com/HMT, History Makers Training, or you could write directly to hmt@godembassy.org. And for those of you who want to join the mentorship, you can also do that by going to sundayadelajablog.com/mentorship. And for those of you who want to go with us to Nigeria as well, you can go to sundayadelajablog.com/Nigeria, and we'll be happy to see you. Now, we are still talking about the Holy Spirit. We are talking about the Holy Spirit. Today, we are going to continue talking about the Holy Spirit, how to know God through the Holy Spirit. I think I might have to start in the next 10 minutes. We are still talking about the Holy Spirit. Maybe 15 or 10 minutes. We are talking about the Holy Spirit today. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for a very, very engaging conversation to Mr. Owolabi and the rest. I mean, this is unexpected. I didn't even expect that we were going to talk politics today. The thing is hot, and it's good. I think it's good that people are passionate about their country. It means change is coming. Change is coming. Thank you so much, guys. See you.